Trustee Hughes, the Patels have sent us in a letter, and I've read it, and they're you guys were nice enough to read, I think, an expanded version at the podium. Their concerns in their letter were about being kicked out, and I don't know. Have we done anything to help you feel like you're not being kicked out? We have a little bit. A little bit. Okay. So, if we could work with the Patels and alleviate your fears that anybody's trying to hurt you or do anything bad. As a matter of fact, if maybe we could work with you and somebody you trust, maybe a lawyer or something like that, to understand that this is a benefit to you. And if we could get them to rescind their letter, would it change your mind on this?
Possibly.
Can you do better than that?
My question is, I guess back with that is, Trustee Allen, is why this property and why not the vacant Cantori, or why not Morgan's or some of the others? Why not address them all?
I would love to address them all, but I think when Tony started this process 2 meetings ago, if I can remember his exact words, he said it's a small and maybe even symbolic change, but the way you eat the way you eat a rhinoceros is one bite at a time. Is that what you said? So what we're trying to do here, and I thought we had made this clear offline, but what we're trying to do here is do one small thing that can set us up for a victory so that we can roll out all those things that you want to change. So you've got my support to change Morgan's. You've got my support to change the whole darn corner. I've been in contact with Joe Cantori. I've been in lots of contact with Cornelius Kusich, who owns the northwest corner. He's very, very upset with the village of Winfield for the 1988 lawsuit that he lost, and for what it's worth, I think it's worth telling that story briefly for the audience and the people listening at home. Cornelius Kusich owns the northwest corner of Winfield and Roosevelt Road. In 1988, he wanted to put a gas station and a car wash on that corner. His family's owned that property since 1933. It's obviously it's still in his family. Cornelius Kusich lives in Oregon right now, and the fact that your corner, the Patel's corner, was zoned residential, was the basis for the judgment that the other corner could remain residential, or didn't have to get changed. And in a certain way, actually, not even a certain way. I don't want to dumb it down any. It was a confiscation of the property rights of Cornelius Kusich to not allow him to do what is clearly a commercial corner, to do something commercial on that commercial corner. As a result, his family has owned it since 1930 and paid taxes since 1930. In no small part and no small amount, they've probably lost 100 times what they paid for it in 1930. And their property has been effectively confiscated, eminent domain by any other name. They can't do anything with it. No person in their right mind would build a house there. No person in their right mind would fight the town to try and put something commercial there after the guy spent $80,000 in 1988 and lost. So we need to set a precedent for something to change so that we can roll out the rest of this change. And I'm a Constitution guy at heart. I want the property owners to own their property and be able to do what they want with their property. And I find it sickening that this government, this village government, has confiscated the property rights of, honestly, of the Patels by their current zoning, and certainly of Cornelius Kusich and his $80,000 court cost fight and loss to change their property to something that it ought to do. In the last the last thing I have before I give up the microphone here is that this is the first step in a long, long journey of making money, sustainable revenues for the Village of Winfield, so that we can start paying for the things that we need to pay for that we're currently trying to tax for. It is a possibly symbolic victory, but a victory nonetheless, to show the people from all the way up in Klein Creek to all the way down to Roosevelt Road that we have what it takes to make sustainable revenues inside the confines of our already existing opportunities. And I really would love to see this thing happen, if not for the Patels and the rights of their properties and the other property owners on those corners, then for the sustainable revenues and the victory that it would be. Thanks.